Welcome to BBC Podcast. Tapping in with Tucci again. We got another after-hour show with the lovely lady. We'll hand it over to her and see where she's from.
Hey y'all, my name is Katie. I'm 18. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I'm currently in a relationship.
Okay. How long have you been in a relationship?
For like barely a month. We're gonna be a month in the 8th.
Okay. Brand new. Okay. Did he used to be a friend or?
Yeah, friend. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he was a friend first and so in the friend zone and then he was able to get his way in there?
He escalated because I wasn't looking for nothing, but he got his way. I was like, okay.
Did it take long? Were you guys talking long or like it was casual?
Intermediate, because I don't know, like I saw his interest and I was like, okay, like I don't think he's playing games, so I kind of like gave it more ease, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. I see. So prior to your relationship right now, like being, like I said, a young woman, are you seeing, just based on your area, are more women or young men more experienced when it comes to dating? Like who has more options?
I feel like females, because men my age, they'll just go to whoever wants to, like, go to that. Like, they go straight to intimacy. They don't go for like, oh, I want to get to know you type thing. They just go for the intimacy, and like I feel like females have more options. Like myself, like I had a lot of options because I gave myself my self-respect and my worth. And I found this guy, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give him a chance, and so I did.
Okay, you guys know each other, like you guys met in person, or you guys met through like Instagram or a dating app or something? Or
we met at a rodeo because I'm a rodeo type.
Okay, that's cool. So he approached you at the rodeo then. Mm-hmm. He approached you at the rodeo.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So you actually cold approached, not sliding in the DMs or anything like that. Did he ask for your number, or what did he ask for?
For my Facebook, because I didn't really use my Facebook. I was like, okay, and I gave it to him, and then from right there, we kind of hit it off. But like not at first though, because at first it was just like liking stories, the typical. But like afterwards, I saw him again like at another rodeo, and then that's when he came up to me. He was like, I want to talk to you, and then he told one of my friends, hey, I want to talk to China. Like, I think she's really pretty. And then I was like, okay, like, he's here telling his friends, so let me go up to him. So I went up to him, and then that's when, we kind of hit it off.
Okay. So so basically, it took him a couple weeks to actually get to talk to you, get to see you, and stuff like that. It wasn't like spontaneous, like right away?
No, because, I knew of him. Like, I put my eye on him, but I wasn't, like, really sure about him because I was like, man, I want to talk to him because I had recently like got out of a relationship.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, I don't know if I want to, but yeah, he did a little bit of time.
Okay. Is it he's the same age as you or older or?
He's older than me, yeah.
Okay. Do you prefer a guy that's older than you, or you don't mind?
I say from like my age up, because it's like, I don't know, there's even guys my age that are not mature, like how they say that guys later on in life. Yeah. There's guys that are 18 that are like really mature, like so I can't really hang on the person.
Okay. Would you say, how would your guy got you? Like, does he have is he real handsome? Does he have status? Like, does a lot of other people know him? He's known like in the area type of thing, or in the rodeo type world, or does he have like good income? He has a good job. He has money. Like what attracted you the most?
Huh?
What attracted you the most? Which one of those three?
I think his person, because yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like he is known and he does have like a good job. But I think what got me the most was like his humbleness. Cause you know how there's guys that are like so like, oh my god, like I'm gonna make her like suffer a little bit so she could want me. Like straight off the bat, he showed me like what he wanted and stuff.
Mm.
So I get this person because I don't really go for like looks. I mean, he's not the best looking, but he isn't like ugly either.
Okay.
I think it was his persona, his person.
Okay. So you say more of his status then, like the way he carries himself and other people, how they relate to him too. They treat him well with respect and everything.
Yeah, because like a lot, because I go based off a lot of what other people say of them, because
Yeah.
other people like, so then a lot of people would come up to me, they'll be like, hey, he's a really good guy, you should talk to him, and I'll be like, man, I don't know, and it wasn't like one person, it was like a group of like a lot of guys, and like even females, I'll be like, they're probably right, so then I went to go ahead and like talk to him.
Okay. Would you say mostly when you're, say, like at that moment, like everyone's trying to vouch for him and you're thinking about talking to him, do most of your female friends agree with you or they disagree with you?
I had a lot of friends that agreed with me. They're like, girl, you should talk to him, he seems like a good. But then I had this other friend that was like, oh no, like why would you talk to him? He's too old for you. I was like, girl, like I think everybody has like a different, a different type, and or like different preference, and like, to me, he meets my maturity stage, because for my age since I don't know if you know, but I'm a cancer survivor, right?
Okay.
So I already hard in life, so I'm not looking for like for me to waste my time, I'm looking for something, right?
Okay.
If or get married, but like if it's like I would rather date to get married than date just to have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Being like, can you say how old he is or no?
Yeah, he's 21.
Okay, that's just a few years. That's good. Did you guys grow up in the same area? Do you guys have the same friends or no, like completely stranger?
Yeah, well, he doesn't know my friends.
Okay.
He does. He like brought him over here, but like his friends, like I know the rodeo friends. We have the same friends, like in the rodeo. But yeah, and we live around the same area. He lives like in like 30 minutes away from here, and I live, that far.
Okay.
We live in the same area.
Okay. He always travels to come see you, or you travel to see him?
That's what we'd be fighting about because, I don't think I could go to see him because it's like I don't have, I don't have time, and then I'm always busy. I mean, I make time for him, right? But it's just like, like I always have time like at night, and my parents are like, no, you can't really go out at night, especially if you're gonna go see him. I don't know, Mexican strict parents, like they're so like strict. He always comes to see me, like, So I was like, oh my god, but yeah, he's always the one coming.
Okay. Do the parents like him? They vouch for him, or?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So, right now, how could you give another young woman advice on how to pick the right guy? Obviously, you feel like you picked the right guy. Like, what steps should they take to know that's the right guy?
Man, I don't know. I mean, I would say like look at how other people perceive him, because if other people is like, oh no, he's like a bad guy, he's a hoe, like, sorry for the word. I mean, I wouldn't really want to be with that person, and I know that people are probably like, oh no, just because you don't know the person until you meet them, but like, if people talk over them like that, what makes you think they're not like that, So I think that they don't have any, I mean, I'm saying, how do you say it? I can't find the word. Like for them not to drink or smoke, I'm not saying it's bad, but
yeah, I get you. So he keeps a straight mind all the time, like he doesn't get influenced by other stuff.
Yeah, like to not be influenced by a lot of stuff like that, For I to be like, hey, he could smoke or something, right? But like for him to have like a limit, like addicted to like the drugs or like to alcohol. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying?
mm,
Smoke or drink. I mean, and that to me, it's like okay, I like that because like my sister, she's talking to this guy, right, and
mm,
her past, you know, and they've always been guys, that drink and stuff,
mm.
and it's never been a good outcome because it's always like, oh, I'm hangover the next day. It's like,
Mm,
they don't give you something.
okay. Would you
I feel
say
like
do most of your friends that like your age and everything like that, are they single or are they in relationships?
I think most of them are single.
Would you say
Yeah, most of them are.
would you say like most of the say anywhere between 18 to 21 in this women in this range that they're more about like the hookup culture, like just kind of like they don't want to be tied down, but they'll just hook up with different guys.
Yeah, yeah, I feel like they are because I don't know. Like nowadays, that's why it's so like for me, it was so hard to find this guy because it was like I've had so many past relationships. No, not relationships, situationships. That's what they call them now.
Mm-hmm.
Good, because to do is like hook up, and want to have like the benefits of a relationship, but they wouldn't want to commit. And it
Mm-hmm.
was like I would open that because I'll be like, no, like I want you to commit, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not nobody for you to be paying. But I feel like yeah, there's a lot of like hookups, and they're not really like that much of a relationships, because I had a recently I had a friend um that he's been in this relationship for like a long time. And then I never thought of him, right? But then to say something like that. But then he texted me like privately. He was like, "Hey, like you wanna have a tinkling?" And I was like, "Hold on, like you've been having this girl for like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel bad for your girl. So that's what I'm telling you. Like my age, it's like, it's
Mm-hmm.
like all.
So
It's not like nothing.
how long was he in the friend zone before he tried to hit on you?
Him,
Mm.
that one guy,
Yeah.
ever like
Yeah.
because ever since I met him, girl, and this girl's like really pretty.
Mm.
So I'm like, man, like and then I was so surprised. Like to this day, I still look at him and I'm like, I can't believe he told me that stuff. You
That's
know,
crazy. Yeah.
he was on you for the longest time, and I'm like, okay, yeah. I mean, anybody can have a crush on anybody, but like he told me I have a singling. I was like, no, homeboy, like. And
Wow.
ever since I was, yeah, like ever
That's
since I was like really young. I mean, even younger, right? I'm still young, but
mm.
um, like guys, like you have a singling, and I've never like put myself in that situation because it's like nah, like
Yeah. I guess.
if you're never gonna get to where you want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, what would you recommend for girls that have those type of guy friends? Should they keep them around or should they get rid of them?
I told my homegirls, I'm like, girl, cut him off. Like, it's not making you good. It's not doing good for like him either. Like
Mm.
you're just how do you say it? In Spanish, we say funda. Like you're just being their pillowcase.
Mm.
If that means they're just using you.
Yeah.
Like you're not no.
So like he's just waiting.
And then once they leave, you're gonna be so like heartbroken because like, oh my god, he did this and this and this for me. Like, no, girl, he never did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He did that because he wanted something.
Yeah. Okay. So in that case, do you think it's hard for men and women to be friends?
Honestly,
If the woman is attractive, is it hard to be your friend?
I feel like if you're attractive, it's hard because I have a lot of guy friends, right? Because I'm not really like I mean, I'm friendly, right? But like, I'm not like them type of girls that, oh my god, girl, I want to be your friend, like a hypocrite type of girl,
Yeah.
And really, I have like very few girlfriends,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a lot of guy friends, but it is hard, like I said, because like, I mean, I'm not saying like I'm super attractive, but like I've had a lot of guy friends that have had relationships that towards like the middle of the relationship, they're like, hey, China, like I really like you, and I'm like, hold on, like you aren't you in a relationship? Like they start catching, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like I feel like it is hard I was even in their shoes at one point because I had a guy friend, right? I mean,
Mm,
we kind of liked each other, but it was like, he was in a relationship and I was in one too. But it was
mm,
hard, like, not to have, and I had a fade from him because it was like, I cannot be near you because it was like, I had a whole boyfriend at that time, and I was like, no, bro, I'm sorry, but I can't be with you. Like that friendship had to go.
okay.
Until this day, me and him don't talk like that no more. He has a new girlfriend right now, right?
Okay.
And I get away from him because I don't want
Yeah,
to
drama.
interfere in
Yeah, yeah.
anything.
I get you. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, so tell me, what is your view about what is it? What is your example of when a woman cheats and when a man cheats? Tell me the difference.
I feel like a man cheats out of pleasure, and I feel like a woman cheats out of like revenge. You know,
Mm, okay.
because I feel like men don't think when they're in that situation, like they don't really think of their female, and like me personally, I haven't cheated.
Mm,
And I don't plan to because I don't want that stuff to happen to me. But I've always been like in my past relationships, I've always found out that I've always been the side, like,
oh, really?
and it's like I've always been the side, and
Mm,
it's been like, bro, like why can't I be like the one?
mm.
Because um, because I'm telling you, I feel like it's out of
Out of place.
pleasure.
Hmm.
Sorry, I had one guy, right? We were talking and stuff, and then he'd always want to like have intimacy, and I'll be like, no, man, like I want to get things like good. I
Mm,
want to get to know you. He was the same age as my current boyfriend. He was 21,
okay.
and he'll be like, no, I want to get to know you. I mean, I was like, I want to get to know you. So always like try to go into the intimacy part.
Mm.
So then one day, like I made this guy wait like 8 months
Eight
to
months?
see me.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and I really because I feel like I don't know. I don't know, bro. It was the whole relationship was confusing, and I was still like a little kid when I was talking to him.
Mm,
I was still like
yeah.
um and like once after the 8 months that I let him see me again because he begged me for those 8 months that he wanted to see me, and then I saw him, right, and like we were like chilling in the car or whatever,
Mm,
and then I don't know, like I never saw the picture, but he had a Polaroid in his truck, like
mm.
in the dashboard. Oh, and I was like, oh, hold on.
Whoa.
So you came to see me, but you didn't come to see me out of like interest to like get to know
Mm,
me. You came to see me because you wanted to play.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it
Mm,
was. I I found out that this girl, like because I found out like throughout some other guys that they
mm,
were like, nah, don't talk to him, mama,
mm,
and this and that. And I was like everything added up. So like that's what I'm telling you. Like I feel like guys cheat out of pleasure and females cheat out of like revenge.
mm,
Cause like if I were to be in and I found out what he did, I would have been like, nah, like I'm gonna get him back. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
So I feel like it's out of pleasure for guys and revenge out of for females. But then again, it depends because not all guys are hoes.
Okay.
Because sometimes the female.
Okay. Do you think it's easy or hard for men to get sex from girls? Just think about it real quick. How often you tell guys no? So is it easy or hard?
For me, it's easy to say no. I just say
Yeah.
no.
But so for your view for a guy, is it hard for a guy to get sex? You think so?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I feel like, especially now, because like I said, like previously, like all they want is to hook up, and like there's females like me that are like, no, like I'm not the type of female, like I'm not gonna hook up with you just because you told me to hook up with you.
Mhm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say, what would you recommend for a girl that just got out of a breakup? How should she get over the ex?
What I've done,
Mm-hmm.
what I've done is try to avoid all guys. Don't like talk to no guy because you're gonna keep on doing the same cycle, right?
Okay.
You're gonna keep on going back.
So don't get back into another relationship.
Oh,
Okay.
like time, focus on yourself, give yourself some self love, and like go out with friends, make friends. Like when I'm gonna break up, I go out to rodeos. I'll go out and about. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna think about this dude because it's like if I do, it's just hurting myself.
Mm.
Like he's hurting, not even thinking. And then me just going to like probably like fall in love with somebody new. It's like I'm gonna just go ahead and like hurt somebody.
Mm.
I feel like it's yourself your time,
Mm.
like and heal.
Okay.
Like cut off all these guys. I know, like keep your options open, but like don't give in.
Mm. Okay. When should that girl cut off the other guys? Like should you cut them off right away? Like you just start talking to somebody and you're talking to them for a couple of weeks. Should you cut the other guys off, or should you keep them around for a little while until it's like for sure?
Like when they have options.
Yeah, when you have options, obviously, you got other guys that are potential, but this guy is the one that you like right now, so the other guys are on hold. When should you cut those off?
I feel like every person feels it at a different time, right? But like when you see that the that has your most interest comes and sees you, like puts like time into you, one thing that I know for sure is that if a guy really likes you, if you have his friends over here talking to you that, oh my God, like he gets on my nerves, he's always talking about you, I guess when he gives you like the place of like meeting his friends, meeting his like mom or something, even as a friend. And then I feel like if you're in that situation already, you should like, kind of like start letting go of the other guys and like let them know like, hey, I'm talking to somebody new. Like, we have to like, stop talking.
Mm. Do you still let those guys follow you on Instagram, or do you cut them off completely? Do you block them?
I mean, I let them follow me. Like right now, I have a lot of guys on my DMs, right? But I mean, I obviously don't text them back.
Yeah.
Like there's I accidentally open a message and like the only option I have is to be like, oh, thank you,
Yeah.
Like there's somebody's not gonna like initiate nothing,
Mm.
I mean, because I believe like that, like my boyfriend, he could have his homegirls, I could have my homeboys. I'm just telling him, like, give me my respect and I'll give you yours. That's all I need. I'm like, because if you're gonna cheat, I'm not gonna stop you from cheating. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your choice.
Okay.
So I feel like it's like.
So you don't mind him having?
Also, like.
You don't mind him having female friends?
No.
No.
No, because I mean, I have my friends.
Okay.
Unless that that's kind of like pretty, and you're like, okay, hold on, why are you talking to her?
Okay, so
if
she's attractive.
It is, yeah, I'm gonna be like, okay, who's this? Because like you never know, like. But then again, guys always cheat with like the ugliest ones, so like, you never know.
Okay. And then one more question would be, how do you keep a man? How do you get him to commit? What advice would you
What
give?
I've learned to not give in your all, like in the first few months. Like, don't do that stuff. Like, try to like keep it like low key. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like I'm the type of person that like likes giving gifts a lot, and like, oh my God, I like buying you this and this and this. I'm not about to be giving him all this stuff and like making him like want to be with me because of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, want to give time and then let stuff flow, because like me and him actually had like a little argument, because like I'm the type of person like I like giving stuff, and he was like, no, I'm the type of person that if I'm gonna give you something, I'm gonna give it to you when it comes out of me, not because I have to, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But I guess like keeping a man is just more of like giving yourself like your respect, giving him your respect. I don't know. I think it just depends on both of them, and for him to be like, I have a lot of communication, and for him to be also like open-minded. Because the other day we were like arguing about that stuff, and he was like, "No, I understand you. You kind of changed a little bit too. But like I said in the past, a relationship is between two people, not between like more
Mm.
people. Also, that don't just get into it. Like, yeah, talk to your, but like don't let people like get to your head, because that's what
Mm-hmm.
messes up a lot."
That's very good. Very good said.
Hmm?
All right. Do you have any questions?
Um, yeah, I mean, I have one.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, um, like, do you have like any deep regrets from like previous females that you've had? Like that you've done something and you're like, man, I should have not done that because I was a good female. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think I've passed up on any good females. Not in my experience. If I'm not with her, then she wasn't good for me. Yeah.
Let me. Also, like, I ask a lot of guys, right? Because like it's always like different perspectives. But
Hmm.
what interest or like start acting different once they have intimacy with their like partner?
I always say for girls to look out for guys like when if you can to keep things on a respectable level, like not like at least to be conversating, for at least a week or two before like obviously you can be heavy on each other and very attractive. Like, oh man, most women already know, when they first see a guy, like, yeah, I would sleep with him, but like that's just off of being physical and what you're attracted to. But sometimes a guy could be handsome and start talking to you and you don't like the way what he's saying, and it could turn you off. So I would say I would recommend for girls that like at least talk to him for a few weeks. It's not bad to if you want to hook up with him the first time you guys see each other, but at least make him, what I'm saying, work for it a little bit, at least a date or something like that. Like go out somewhere or just like have him add value to you, spend time, because his time is value. If he takes away from something he's doing to see you and spend time with you, then he's like actually giving you effort versus like you just giving it to him easy, and then if he hooks up with you like once or twice, it's just kind of like makes him lose interest real quick.
Yeah, yeah, because that's I don't know. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've had a lot of friends tell me like, oh, me and him been together for like 5 months, and like this afterwards he started acting different, and I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
I don't, I don't know, I don't know what to answer, So that's why I
Mm-hmm.
was asking because it's
Yeah, she always let them know like before they give in to just make sure that the dude's putting in effort. That I mean, there are gonna be some dudes that slip between the cracks, and a lot of dudes do go the whole 9 yards just to try to get the sex. Like it is what it is. Because like I said, it's hard for guys to get sex. So some guys go way and beyond, and some guys will only go so much. And after that, they'll notice 2 or 3 dates, and then nothing's going on. They'll ghost you. You know what I'm saying? They'll stop answering your texts or they'll stop replying to you. So yeah, like try to make the guy invest as much as you can. That's how you kind of know you got a good chance.
I didn't really think of what you said, how it's hard for men to have sex, like
Yeah.
to get sex.
Yeah, it really is. Because like think about like most guys, you turn down like you probably got 20 guys in your DMs that you see like, man, this guy ain't even cute. So you definitely not gonna open it. And then if the guy is cute, like I said, he has to have some type of status. You have to see like, is he respected by other peers, his friends? Do they talk shit about him? Do they talk good about him? How does he dress? Does he have decent income? Can he pay for dates? Can he do stuff like that? So there's a lot of things a guy has to qualify, to be able to get in the bracket of the woman being, okay, I'll sleep with her. So when a girl honestly don't really have to be too pretty for a guy, and then like, yeah, man, I'll sleep with her, because it's harder. So a guy will take less quality when the woman wants the best quality.
That's crazy. I had never thought about that. Like that's crazy how that opened my mind more. Like, man, I
Yeah,
didn't think of it till now.
yeah, that's the way it
Yeah,
works.
yeah, like because I thought guys were so easy like to get that stuff because it's like they're
Nah,
guys
I
like
mean, like even if you see like you can have like a guy has like full blown status, like where you're at. Say he's in town, say he's known all over the rodeo, was known in high school, whatever it is, like that. Has a real good job, has a nice car, like all that stuff gives him status to where majority of more girls will want to be with him, but he still has to have game to be able to sweet talk the women. Like Some women, yeah, they will just give it up and just be, oh man, he's so cute, I'll sleep with him anyway. But then when he starts mistreating them, then they'll leave. They'll leave. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna stick around. So a guy, on top of having to look good, status and everything like that, he has to have game to keep her around. Because like women get bored easy. So
Get bored. I
yeah,
get bored.
yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah.
Oh, like you, like right now, um, what are you looking for a relationship? You know, because I know, like right now, like we were talking about my age,
Mm,
like it's so different now, right? A good guy or a good girl. Like,
mm.
what do you look for now? It's like it's
Um,
different for y'all too.
yeah, I think it's different for me. I mean, me myself, I'm married, so like I say what I like find like that's like persistent like in my relationship and my woman is that like she's consistent with always investing, always making sure that whatever I don't have time for, she likes to do the small things for me. She adds time, she adds value. Like, it's being, she's always aware of things. Like, say I'm having a bad, stressful day, something's behind. She tries to comfort some way somehow to make sure I relax and I heal. You know, my mind gets refreshed for the next day, so I can, you know, saying go to work, put in the time, and make sure I bring back home security and keep the love going, like in our relationship. So, yeah, that's what men should be looking for, like women that want to invest time. I mean, honestly, not to diss no lot like no other women, but there's a lot of pretty women in the world. So besides being pretty, obviously sex is sex. It's like you have to be able to add more value to be able to keep that guy. Offer something else that other women aren't offering. Everyone is pretty and everyone will sleep with you. So you have to add more value to that. You know, like how can you? Yeah, pretty much how can you make him better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I find that that's what I try to keep persistent in my relationship right now.
Yeah.
Because it's like, like I said, like anybody could sleep with anybody. Anybody's
Mm-hmm.
pretty. You can find anybody. But it's like that type of person. You won't find that type of person everywhere. Because like
Mm-hmm.
there's some gold diggers
Oh
and
yeah,
there's
for
some
sure.
gold diggers too.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like they don't want you. So it's
Yeah.
like if you're a better person, then don't talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because my current boyfriend, he gets on to me. There's times where I cuss a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, like because I mean I got used to cussing, right? And he's like, no, don't be cussing, because like it's not that I don't want you to cuss, but like I don't want you to be talking like that.
I get you. That's
He's like,
good. That's good though, because like, he wants you to be more in your feminine ways. Like, like that. It's cuss word here and there with women is cool, but if you're consistently cussing, that's like kind of masculine, and it's kind of like, nah. He wants you to remain a woman. Be soft.
yeah, I feel like that's what he wanted in
Mm-hmm.
me, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm gonna be for real. Like I feel like I was kind of more masculine before I met him,
Mm-hmm.
because I was on the defensive side of like everything. Because I've had like a really abusive dad in the past, right? He's
Mm-hmm.
always been so like aggressive.
Yeah.
Like I grew up with that type of stuff. So then now that I saw that he wasn't like that, I was like, oh my god, like he actually like he won't like come and try to like do something bad
Yeah.
to
He won't
me. You
come
know
at
what I'm
you wrong.
saying?
Yeah. I mean,
Like he's over here trying to make me be a better person.
exactly. He's trying to
And he
help you
always
add
tries to
value.
keep, yeah, like he